The role of the modern woman is amazing, but exhausting. With the endless pursuit of success, balance, and purpose. The reality is, sometimes we hide behind our busyness as an excuse not to pursue our true calling and purpose. How do you break the glass ceiling without breaking yourself? How do you lead an intentional life of purpose that is transformational and not exhausting? As a working mother of 3, my days, they feel short and rushed. And just recently, after a long day at the office, I found myself with my family, but I was not fully present. I was consumed by all the events of the day at work and everything that I needed to prepare for the next day. And as I was getting my kids ready for bed, my 6-year-old daughter, she asked me for something simple. She asked me to lay down with her and stay with her until she fell asleep. And I responded that I could stay for a little bit, but not too long, because I needed to get up and do some work. And what she said next, it took my breath away. She turned around and she looked up at me with her big brown eyes and she said, "Why can't you just be my mom?" And that was a trigger for me to know that I was out of balance and losing focus on one of my key purposes in life, my family. When you think about your life, do you think of it as exhausting or transformational? Why is it that you feel overwhelmed, unable to pursue your dreams or be fully present? Have you ever stopped long enough to ask yourself why? Well, today I want to challenge you to make a 1-degree shift in your perspective that will take you from exhausting to transformational. And to do that, you need to have a firm grasp on 3 key things. And that is clarity of your purpose, clarity of where you spend your energy, and clarity of your key relationships. These 3 things need to be in constant alignment, or else you will find yourself right back at that exhausting stage. On clarity of your purpose, you were created to do something on this earth that no one else can do. Take the time to know who you are and what you need to focus on. Figure out what you have a passion for and what ignites your soul. But I know you're probably thinking, how do I even start, right? Well, a year ago, I had a strong calling to write a book, but I had no idea what those next steps should be. But I believed in my calling. I wasn't sure how I was going to accomplish it with a full-time job and a family with 3 kids. But the key thing was, I believed in my calling, and I didn't try to figure it all out with each step. Instead, I took one step and then another, and before I knew it, I had finished my book and figured out how I can impact the world in my journey. With that clarity of purpose that I had, it fueled my energy, and the journey was amazing and not exhausting. And so I encourage you to cultivate what your purpose is and have the courage to take one step at a time. On clarity of where you spend your energy. No matter who you are as a boss, an entrepreneur, or as a friend, you have control of where you focus your energy. And it should all tie right back to your clarity of purpose. I am always on a quest to organize my life, my schedule, my house, and constantly looking for tips and tricks. And one of the tips I ran across was around organizing your closet. And it suggested taking everything out of your closet and going through each piece to determine if it's something that you really want to wear. And then intentionally only putting those things back in that you want to keep. So how should you go through a similar process with your life? Our lives can become so jam-packed with busyness, like this closet full of clothes, with so many things that take up space unnecessarily and zap your time and energy. Instead, you should take everything out and really evaluate where you spend your time and energy, and only put those things back in that matter most. For everything else, figure out what you can delegate, ask for help on, or just eliminate. Intentionality versus busyness, what does that look like? Well, maybe you're in a job that you don't like, but there's something you have a passion for. Find time after work to pursue it, even if it is small, and watch it grow. Something recently changed my perspective that I want to share. I was sitting across the table from a college student, and I was curious about her perspective growing up in a household with two parents working high-powered jobs. And what she shared was interesting. She shared that they were very open about the challenges that they had. And the simple fact that they admitted it was hard made it easier. And even though they didn't attend every event that she had or sign her up for every activity that she wanted to do, she still had a joyful childhood because they were intentional with their moments. What a relief. This made me think that I don't have to do everything that society tells me I need to do to be a successful mom. The key thing is being intentional with your time and energy so you can focus on the moments that matter most. Intentionally investing. Lastly, find clarity in your key relationships. The life tailored to that of service, to those special people around you, will lead you to the life you were designed to pursue. It is not more money or more power, but relationships and impact to others that is most important. We have all had life-changing events. And several years ago, my husband, he lost his job during the economic downturn. It was a dark period in our lives. It was an emotional roller coaster. But now, 10 years later, I can say that I am thankful for it. Because it shifted our perspective to what is most important, and that is relationships. When you allow yourself to step out of the busyness of life, you will be able to invest in others. I used to think that I didn't have the time or the energy to get to know people well. But now I take the time. And the amazing thing is I have a village of people around me to share in life and its challenges. Embrace the opportunity to sharpen your focus when you are in those challenging moments. Intentionally invest in others. I am going to give you a challenge. This is your moment to change the trajectory of your life. Take back your life. Take back your relationships. Channel your energy to the people that matter most, including yourself. You can achieve a life of success without sacrificing yourself or those around you. How? By living with intention and purpose. When you have that clarity of your purpose, where you spend your energy and your key relationships, you can break the glass ceiling without breaking yourself. And you can lead a life of purpose that is transformational.